PriceWaterhouse, as I said, is next, or PriceWaterhouseCoopers, otherwise known by the abbreviation PwC with a little W in the middle. One of the world's largest audit firms, one of the big four, headquartered notionally in London, but really all over the world. So these guys are doing audit, tax advice and consulting and that sort of thing. Big business, lots of employees, not going anywhere.
Death and taxes, Paul.
Everybody always goes on about how boring it is in the sort of audit world, but audits are getting more complex, more necessary because of corporate failures, I suppose,
and more dynamic. I mean, you've got to be at the cutting edge of tax code changes globally. And that's their bread and butter. And
particularly financial firms, banks, insurance companies, because those are complex to audit.
And the rules change.
The risk is high, and you need an external third party to make sure that nobody gets up to any monkey business.
Exactly. So they'll always have customers. I think that's the important part, is that their customers are not going anywhere. So
the way this stuff works is like for a big bank, like Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, there will be an embedded audit team that is there the whole year.
Yes.
They start doing next year's audit the day after they finish the one that they just finished.
And in fact, it revolves. You can't have one firm for a particular length of time. So everyone's always got work from all the big banks.
So the other stuff that they do is business advisory, business process. So in fact, they always have these units that sort of look at the efficiency of certain business units. So that's sort of more like Accenture does, right?
Yes.
Accenture is a listed company, and that's one we could compare this one to.
It's not necessarily my favorite, someone externally coming into your business telling you what to do with your business, but I think for a lot of people, new fresh ideas maybe isn't
and they just get too big. Like if you're a global ExxonMobil, use them as a case in point, like it's too hard to do your own sort of strategic thing. You might know what you want to do, but you need an external third party to come and
then
drive
you can hold
change.
up a document and say, look, they said we must fire 10% of the workforce.
Yes, and these
and we
guys
paid a lot of money for that.
Which 10% we should fire.
Yeah.
And then it won't be my fault if it makes up because these guys, they came in. And
those bums,
Plus mergers and acquisitions. So like if you're doing a deal, somebody has to go out there and do a due diligence, and you get an independent party that says, look, this thing is definitely worth the $10 billion we're going to pay for it.
And if it's cross-border and you've got lots of offices globally, and you're well aware of the tax codes, etc.
I don't think this company is anywhere likely to come to the market anytime soon. I don't know why, but these businesses are typically run by partners. So look, we've got PwC, we've got Ernst & Young, we've got Deloitte. So those would be the ones that it competes with. So interesting, hot or not, would you be excited about investing in a company like this?
Look, I don't think it's going to be exciting, but I think it's going to be there forever.
Solid.
So it's a solid business, and it would probably generate quite a steady income stream.
And Accenture, by the way, has done very well in the market over the years.
Had a bit of an oopsie last week, but other than that, it was down 4 or 5% on one day. But other than that, I think it's done exceptionally well.
So why don't we give it like a modest, mild hot, just so as we show goodwill?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.